My name is Reagan, and I just want to start off today by saying 2 words: social worker. And I want you to think about the first place that your mind went to when I said those words. Social work constantly gets painted in a negative light. The first thing that many people think of is judgmental or overbearing, and so many other words that don't give any credit to the work that they're doing. And today I want to challenge you on those assumptions. What is social work? In definition, social work is work carried out by trained personnel with the aim of alleviating the conditions of those in need of help or welfare. And there are so many different aspects of social work. I mean, they hold positions in many different professional settings. They're in hospitals, schools, mental health clinics, and so many other places where they offer us their support. Their support. So why is our gut reaction to become defensive when we hear the word social worker? One of the coolest things, and often the most challenging thing you can do, is to challenge your bias, to acknowledge it, to pull it out and look at it for what it is, and then be able to set it aside and interact and engage with somebody without your mind going to assumptions, so that you can understand exactly what somebody else wants you to understand from their perspective. I don't know what that noise is. It wasn't me. So, challenge your biases. The reason why I got interested in social work was actually because of my oldest sister. She started working with a family she started nannying for a family who does foster care, and I was so confused by it. My sister would come over and she would talk about all these different kids, and she would talk about just different kids all the time. And, I'd ask her questions about kids that she had talked about in the past, and she would say that they went home or that they had gone into a different home. And I was confused by this. I couldn't understand why somebody would open up their home and have this kid come in and then turn around in a week or a month or 2 months and have them leave again. I thought that they were being cruel. But what I didn't understand about this was that they were offering their love and their home to somebody who really needed it. They were helping these children by providing a space where, for at least a little bit of time, they were expected to do nothing but be themselves. And I'll be the first to admit that I went into this experience with almost entirely negative thoughts. I went into this and I wanted to fix the system. I wanted to be a part of that. And now I don't even know what that means. And I'm sure you've heard this before, that the system is broken or we need to fix the system. And how much do the people that are saying those things actually know about the inner workings of social work? How much do they honestly know about the things that go on? So today I want to talk to you about lands of perspective. I'm sure everybody in this room at some point has been introduced to some aspect of social work. Maybe it wasn't specifically in child welfare, but that's what I'm going to focus on today. So maybe you're all the way over here. Maybe you are, nope, not right there, right here. Maybe you are the parent or a child of someone who's been directly involved with social work. Or maybe you're just right here. Maybe you're a friend or an aunt or an uncle of someone who's been involved. You're a part of these invisible supports, these ties that everybody has that help them out when they need it. And then maybe you're over here. You're a supervisor or a caseworker, and you work in social work. And then maybe you're right here, where I was, an intern, right in the middle of all these people trying their best to offer support. I don't know what my next slide is. Okay, how do we offer the support? The way that we do this, or the way that caseworkers offer support, is they get to know a family on an individual level. They meet with the family and they spend time with them so that they can understand how their family works. And one thing that was said a lot was that family is the expert on their family. So we want to understand the way that they run and the way that they do things so that we can make a plan that's specific to their family. And then so we work collaboratively with their support networks, so their aunts and uncles and maybe their grandparents. We work with their neighbors to see what they think would be best. And we develop plans for the family. And I'm not using the word child because the plans aren't only for the children. The plans are to support the whole family in working together cohesively. And one of the easiest things to notice when you work in child welfare is that there's not a lack of care. Everybody cares about these children, and they want to help them to feel loved and have the support that they need. But the issue is these personal biases. I mean, everyone has an opinion, and everyone has a way that they think things should go. And it gets hard when we can't come to a consensus on the way that things should work. So that's why today my goal was to challenge you, to be able to look at your personal biases and acknowledge them, and take them out and see them for what they are, so that you can interact and engage without your mind clouding the vision of somebody else's view. And the last thing, I want to leave you with a question. If you truly believe that the system is broken, why aren't you doing anything to fix it? And if you are, or if you could, what would you do? Questions? Does anybody have questions? All right. Yeah.
When you were studying this and you saw what kind of caseload each social worker had, how did that affect your perspective on social work? That seems to be what a lot of people are objecting to.
Honestly, it made me want to be in social work more because social work is such an important issue, especially in regards to child welfare, and it's often not addressed because, I mean, honestly, it's hard. It's hard to see some of the things and hear some of the things, but it made me want to be able to because the more people that are working in the system, the smaller the caseload will be because there's more people to support. So that's why it made me more interested in going into social work. I mean, maybe that's just me, though.
All right, let's hear it for Reagan.